Just because you live in a house doesn't mean you know how it goes together or you're supposed to know. It's not your job, it's my job. And it's a very complicated process. To simplify that, I've made a list of 13 things, plus a bonus if you stick around, that you need to do when you want to start a project, when you want to start dreaming, when you want to start planning your renovation. First things first, you need to find out about permitting and permissions that's local to you. So there's lots of different weird requirements, code requirements, laws that govern the earth that you have to abide by. Timing, when you're allowed to build, what times of day, what times of year, all those kinds of things you want to find out, because those are your hard rules that you can't break, that you can't tweak. There's somebody else's restrictions that are going to be placed on you. So you want to know what they are. You need to research everything. Become the expert on anything you're interested in. When I was building my house, I wanted radiant heat, and I wanted it over wood floors. And everyone said, oh, it's gonna buckle, it's gonna creak, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. Now granted, this was 17 years ago, and the technology has improved dramatically. However, I wanted to make sure that I was getting the right kind of wood over the right kind of installation. So I did my homework, and I know more about radiant heat and warm boards and quarter sawn white oak than anyone out there should really know. But it was important to me. My floors don't creak. They look beautiful 17 years later. Do your research. Whatever's important to you, go out there and find out. Don't trust one source. Go out there and watch a bunch of videos. Read a bunch of articles. Go to a bunch of showrooms. Do your homework, and then you can speak educated about the things that are really important to you. Next up is to talk with the pros. And by that, I mean get every free estimate there is out there. Talk to your uncle that's a plumber. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to the contractor down the street. Stop at job sites and ask questions, and you might learn something. Let's talk to contractors, talk to subcontractors, showroom people. Talk to everyone.
Talk too much. Too much.
Now, once you talk to these contractors, look at their work, because everybody can talk a good game, but they've got to back it up with results. So go see their houses, go talk to their customers, go touch the stuff that they've done. Go ask customers that used them 2, 3, 4 years ago how things are holding up. Learn from their mistakes, not yours. Go and see, physically touch, be in the place, understand what space feels like. See examples. Go to your friends' houses, family, anyone who's built. So go see the spaces if you can. It really makes a big difference. I have customers that tell me all the time, I want open spaces, I want open concept, great room, all of that. And then I take them to one and it echoes. And they go, maybe I want to rethink this open concept thing. So you want to get in the physical spaces and see what things feel like. See what people are doing. See what's hot. See what's not. See what's trending. And then ignore it. If you have a favorite house that you see all the time, write the homeowner a note. Ask if you can pick their brain. Sometimes you'll find valuable resources in people, especially when they've just built and they have that new car smell to their house. People are willing to share what went right and what went wrong. So then you can learn from their mistakes, not yours. Wander through showrooms. Touch stuff, sit on it, feel it. Use that faucet, because in your house you're going to use it every day. The internet cannot possibly do an object justice in person. So go and touch it, go see it. I've had many disappointments from the internet as far as quality and color goes. So you have to know a brand's quality and have to know what their offerings are. Go to showrooms, practice saying, I'm just looking. It's important that you go and you see stuff, because quality online cannot be determined. From personal experience, with thousands of dollars of blue silk that came green, go see it. Google how much things cost these days. How much is renovations going for in your area? Is it $250 a square foot or is it $900 a square foot? Those are numbers you want to know, and don't trust any one source. Find multiple sources, ask multiple contractors. I have yet to see accurate pricing online. So gather your information and make an educated guess from there. All right, now the ugly part. Get real with money. There, I said it. Write down your budget. This is the hardest part for me. My budgets, I can't even. Write down your numbers. Write down how much money you have to play with, how much you might be able to get your hands on. I have a blog all about budgeting that'll help you out. Down in the description, you can take a look at it. Next up is about your expectations. What do you want and why? And get real with it. When I take on a new client, I often tell them to prepare to fight because it's going to be a fight. You're going to have people tell you no at every turn, especially your contractor. No is their favorite word. But you have to be prepared to fight for what you want. So when I ask you, why do you want that big tub? You better have a good reason. When you're building a house, there's a whole lot of keeping up with the Joneses, what's trending, what's hot. But you've got to think about, what are your expectations? Why are you doing this? What do you hope to get out of this? How is your life going to be better as a result of the construction? These are all woo-woo things, but they mean a lot in the final design. So if you can think about who you are, what you want, why you're doing this, because it's unpleasant to live through a renovation. I can tell you, having one coming up soon, it's really unpleasant. You want to make it worthwhile. I really like to have my clients think about how their life is going to be different, how it's going to be better as a result of that. And then it makes it all worthwhile, most of it. Now we've got to get practical, and you need to find out how much stuff costs, because as a designer, I design houses every day, but I don't design my own. And now that I am, and I have skin in the game, and I see how much stuff is, it's a rude awakening. So when it's your money, it gets real. Write down, how much does that faucet cost? Is it $1,000? Is it $300? Do you know? Once you have a good look at what things are going for these days, you might want to take a step back and think about, what do I really need? Because holy crap, is shit expensive. You also want to think about, how are your needs going to change? Because if you have young kids, they're not going to be young forever. You're going to get a shower in someday. Your needs are going to change. They're going to grow. They're going to need more space. They're going to have less toys on the living room floor. Are you going to have aging parents come to live with you? You want to think about how your house can change with how you grow. And that's the best design. When you can design a house that fits your needs now and has the ability to grow and to change with you, then must have been one of mine. Lucky 13, if you can't figure out what you want, what you need, what your expectations and your desires for this house are, think about what you hate about your current house, your current space, routines, the closet, the way you get out the door in the morning. Think about what doesn't work, make a list of it so you don't do it again. If you stuck this far, you are awesome. And I'm gonna give you a little secret, a little bonus. Whenever I design a house, I wanna think about one thing that's going to make it special to that family, to that person. What's one thing that they didn't think of, they've expressed, but we haven't made happen? Make the house special for you. Find that one thing that's going to make it unique. Be the thing that everyone goes, oh my goodness. One client, all she talks about is the fact that we doubled her daughter's closet size. She has a beautiful home, but that, her 13-year-old is happy. Makes all the difference. Find the thing in your design. It doesn't have to be expensive, but find the thing that's going to make it special to you and to your family. It could be a slide down the kids' bunk bed. Whatever it is, add that special something in there, because with all the aggravation going through, all the expense, you want to make it worthwhile, and that little does the trick. A lot of times we're designing within parameters that are the same as our neighbors or the same as most people. So how are you going to make your house special to you, to whatever your family's hobbies or quirks or needs or loves are? Design something in there just for that. It'll make the house so much more special. Thanks so much for watching.